Greetings, brothers and sisters. Hello and welcome back to Eva's House of Spirit. I'm Eva, and tonight I want to talk about a story that is not it's not super new. It's a story that's over a month old, but I only became aware of it tonight. And it kind of got me thinking, and I thought, well, I kind of wanted to speak on it. The story is one that came out on August 21st of this year, where it was all over the internet. You may have heard about it. There was a girl in Argentina who was violently gang raped, and her eyes were gouged out in a horrific supposed exorcism. I was just floored when I heard about the story. I was like, oh my God. Like this is shit that you would expect would happen, in medieval times or something. You wouldn't expect this to be happening in the modern era. First of all, the concepts of possession and exorcism. Do I believe in them? Yes, but I think that cases of possession are not common. I think they're very rare. And I also don't think that most people are well equipped to conduct actual exorcism rites. Should there be a rare case of possession that should present itself. I don't think just any old person can be like, I'm going to exorcise this person. No, no. Now, do I believe this particular girl was possessed? I highly, highly doubt it. They claimed in the stories that I've read that what led them to believe that she was possessed was that she would see animals that were not actually present, particularly goats, but also other animals. Now, I don't believe that that's a sign of being possessed. I don't even think the Catholic Church would list that as a sign of being possessed. There could be several reasons for seeing animals that aren't there. So I don't know if maybe she was schizophrenic. I don't know if she was very stressed and having some sort of a break. It could also be, for the sake of argument, she could have been psychically perceiving animals. How do we know? But do I believe that, that she must have been possessed by some demonic force? I don't think so. I can't even put myself in their position to try and understand where they might have been coming from. And I often try to do that when I don't understand something. I try to step into the shoes of the, opposing view holders or the things that I don't agree with. I try to kind of look at them from a different perspective, as much as I can. And this is one of those that I just can't even fathom it, let alone like even step into whatever rationality they may have had for what they did. Now, I could be wrong. These could just be twisted individuals who had no faith whatsoever. I don't know. But assuming they had faith, they must have had blind faith to take it as far as they did and to do the heinous acts that they committed. Personally, as a coyote, and as a person who tries to be somewhat informed, tries to have a, rational mind to some degree, I believe in questioning everything. I don't believe that we should just believe things because we are told, well, here's this thing. That's what you should believe. When you find yourself believing something, I think it is so important to stop and ask yourself, am I believing this because of some external force or person or thing that kind of like put this in front of me and said, hey, this is for you? Or did I come to this because it is truly, truly what I believe? Like, am I doing this because it's just what my family did, what people I know do, and it just seems right and I never questioned it? Or is this something I truly, truly believe in my heart and soul? And even within that, I feel that there will be things that we all will eventually be confronted with, or maybe we have in the past. Maybe some of you kind of can relate to this. There may be things that come up that, well, I don't agree with this thing, but I agree with this. I do not believe in, hypothetically, um, killing puppies to empower your magic or punching kids in the face. So, like, if I joined an organization that was like, kill puppies, it'll make your magic stronger, or punch kids in the face, or whatever, anything that I saw as, like, against what I stand for, I would clearly not just blindly follow these people. Suddenly they're confronted with this girl's possessed. We have to do these hard, these things to her. Nobody in that whole group of people said, oh, hell no, and did something. Nobody did anything to prevent it. They just had blind faith, blind obedience. They just all had this mob mentality. But then we come to consequences. At no point did anyone stop and think, okay, what happens after the exorcism? What happens to this girl after? Assuming that we go down that road and we do these things to her. What did they think? Like God was going to come down from the heavens and be like, bling, eyes magically restored. Bling, the rape never happened. Like, what? What? Seriously. Consequences are important, I believe. I believe when okay, let's say that it's murky water and you can't tell if you should do something or not. Let's say that maybe you are questioning something that someone's telling you to do, but you just can't tell with certainty if it's a good idea to do it or not. Well, maybe think about consequences. Like, B will always follow A. So, like, if you do this, what is going to happen? What is the likely scenario or scenarios, or what could potentially unfold? What is the most logical thing that could happen as a consequence or as an effect of the cause? That will often help you to discern if something is a good idea to do or not. These people clearly never even weighed the consequences. Where's common sense? Honestly, where is common sense? Did these people really believe that rape and gouging out someone's eyes were acts of God? We would like to think that we have moved into an age of enlightenment, that we are, as a race, and as a human race, that we are more educated, that we have come further than, our predecessors, people in times before, that we must be more enlightened. We must know and understand more than we did, but apparently it doesn't seem so. I just wanted to share some thoughts on this. I'm just floored, and I'm sorry that I'm a little behind the times on this story. I get my stories from the internet, but I'm not always like all over the internet. I'm not, sometimes stories will take a little bit to reach me, and this one did. I don't know if all of you have heard of this story, just as I have not until just now. Feel free to share your thoughts, feelings, questions, comments, what have you in regard to the story. I will have a link in the description of this video to the news story if you would like to look at it. I would just like to hear from all of you. Like, what do you think of this? What do you think about cases of, just exorcisms gone wrong, or, witch hunts, or all kind of like just crazy acts of like violence and nonsensical what have you, out of like hysterics and like fear of what people don't understand, or so on and such. What do you think about that? What do you think about this story? What do you think about the general situation? I would like to hear from you, so please do feel free to comment, or even if you'd like to VR, if you have a very complicated response or a very deep response, I welcome that. Wow, wow. I don't think possession is common at all. And I don't think most people can exorcise the truly possessed. I personally do not believe that I have ever encountered anyone that was ever possessed. I will probably, the likelihood I think for most people is that they will not encounter anyone who's ever been truly, truly possessed. But that's neither here nor there. I guess I should just, wish you blessed be and ashe. Have a peaceful night. My thoughts and prayers and positivity goes out to this poor girl who now will live the rest of her life blinded and as a survivor of rape, because her family and her spiritual community that, her family was involved with just chose evil acts blindly, or potentially just because they wanted to. I've said it before in one of my videos, I don't remember which, and I will say it again. I do not believe in the devil made me do it. I believe people make choices. People choose to do things. And that is where most evil in this world comes from. People that make choices. So with that said, until our next exchange, until next time, bye-bye for now.